Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat malam. Saya nak jodoh coach Zuri Yui. Alright. So I got that intro properly. Alright. So bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. So malam ini kita sambung lagi soalan-soalan yang you boleh tanya pasangan jodoh you supaya you boleh kenal isi hati dia. Dan orang cakap tak kenal maka tak cinta. Yang ni betul. Betul. Sebab kalau you tak kenal orang tu, you tak cinta kan. You tak tahu dia punya value apa, you tak kenal isi hati dia, perangai PL dia macam mana you nak kenal, nak sayang dan cinta dia? What value yang you boleh cinta pasal the guy or the girl, kan? Alright, so just checking, sound check. Sound good, tolong type sound good. Thank you. Sound good? Tolong type sound good. Thank you. Alright, so okay, I am excited. Tomorrow night, my friend will be joining, Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habshi. He's a real funny guy. Baru macam sebut nama dia pun dah gelak. So malam esok, my friend Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habshi, PhD in Islamic Finance, dia akan kongsi pasal duit, jodoh, perkahwinan dan finance. Okay, so ini poster dia. Kalau you belum dapat lagi, tengoklah poster dekat sini. Ini dia, Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habshi. Alright, handsome guy. I'm sorry ladies, he's taken. He got married before I did. Okay, so okay. Alright, so awesome. Thank you. Syed Adam tengah WhatsApping me saja, dia nak sakat. We're all friends. So yeah, I'm sorry ladies, he's taken. Handsome guy, brilliant guy. He got married before me. I think tomorrow night I will share the origin story of him and me. Jing jing jing. Alright, so malam esok kita akan kongsi 3 tip atasi jodoh lambat kerana duit, kan, yang sangat merisaukan kita. Okay, so kita dengar pada expert duit, Islamic Finance. I panggil dia Dr. Duit. Dr. Duit Islamic. Alright, so malam esok jangan lupa, ingat, bring all your friends, single friends, even guy friends, kan, guy friends yang biasanya usually the main go-to excuse tak kahwin sebab pasal duit. So malam esok kita start our journey untuk you boleh bantu pasangan you yang mungkin you tengah bertaaruf dengan dia, perkenalan dengan dia asyik bagi you excuse, kan. Dia bagi you excuse, I nak kumpul duit dulu. You tanya dia bila masuk Minang, dia cakap I nak kumpul duit dulu sampai to no end, kan. No definite timeline, tak ada plan. Dia cakap nak kumpul duit dulu, tapi tak kumpul lagi. Sampai bila, kan? So malam esok kita mula journey kita untuk financial planning. Alright? Jeng. Okay, so I am excited for tomorrow night for Dr. Syed Adam to join us. Okay, so kita sambung lagi, and thank you to all the questions yang masuk. I'm going to read some questions, kan? Some questions di mana our WhatsApp group, mastermind group, share and post questions, things that are concerning them, and dan supaya you mendapat iktibar. Kalau you share, I akan share dekat sini, social media, semua orang akan ambil iktibar, dengar, dan you pun dapat pahala kalau you share persoalan you. Okay, alright, so ini soalan dalam kategori financial question lagi. Alright, so ini soalan kategori financial questions untuk pasangan. Sebenarnya nak sambung on other things like careers, family, children, in-laws, penting juga tu. Tapi pasal persoalan finance ni sangat deep dan sangat, there's a lot of width and depth, kan. So kita share dulu pasal financial questions yang telah dikemukakan oleh seorang sister dalam WhatsApp group. And this her concerns. I've shared my list of questions. Now, these are list of questions from our participants yang sentiasa mendengar. Okay, I really love the participation. I'm grateful for the participation, and your participation actually energizes me. Kalau tidak, I ingat tengah duduk dalam bilik ni cakap sorang-sorang, kan? So, thank you, Alhamdulillah. Someone's listening. I dapat pahala, yay. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so soalannya adalah, yang pertama from the sister adalah untuk tanya pasangan you, okay? Okay, financial question untuk pasangan. Soalan pertama, awak tinggal dekat mana? Duduk seorang ke, ramai-ramai ke, dengan family ke, menyewa ke, beli? Okay, I think it's a rather good question to ask, because it shows dia punya current financial situation, satu, current arrangement, dua, kan? And tak semestinya duduk beramai-ramai, dan juga kan, jangan salah faham, tak semestinya a few guys that stays together because they're broke. No, I know a 3 millionaires that stays in the same house because they like their mind share. Every night, malam-malam borak pasal business and ideas. So they stay together, 3 single guys, and kan? So, right. So soalan tadi, I repeat, awak tinggal dekat mana? Duduk seorang ke, ramai-ramai ke, menyewa atau beli? Or with your parents. Alright. Tu I tambah, or with your parents. Okay. So, alright. So, soalan seterusnya adalah, pergi kerja naik motor ke naik kereta? Pergi kerja naik motor ke naik kereta? I think this is also a question about safety, because as far as I know, women have certain concerns about naik motor, kan? For his safety, your own safety. Perhaps I know a few guys, they can afford cars, they have luxury cars, tapi dia tak nak tunjuk luxury car dia pergi kerja naik motor. So that's how they roll, that's how they like it. Okay, so pergi kerja naik kereta ke naik motor. So it's a matter of safety. And my friend ni, he has a Chevrolet, a Renault, and a few other luxury cars. Tapi dia suka pergi kerja naik motor. Dia cakap senang nak go through the traffic. Ini before pandemic lah, kan. So, tu soalan. It's also a question of safety juga, I think. Okay. Alright. So, okay. Kalau sound tak clear, tolong type. So, kalau sound tak clear, ceng. Alright. Okay, so soalan seterusnya adalah, biasanya awak makan kat luar ke atau masak? Oh, ini multi-age question. Ini nak tanya dia pandai masak ke tidak, dan nak tanya dia pandai saving duit kalau dia makan kat rumah, dan nak tahu sama ada dia makan kat luar, dia sanggup spend makan kat luar, kan? So, alhamdulillah for Ramly Burger. So this is the question, biasanya awak makan kat rumah, biasanya awak makan kat luar atau masak kat rumah? Okay, that's the question. Dan soalan seterusnya, awak ni jenis kaki melayan tak fashion barang-barang? Awak ni jenis lelaki yang melayan tak fashion atau barang-barang branded? You layan tak fashion barang-barang branded dan fashion atau barang branded? Okay, so yeah, I think that's a fair question. That's a very fair question. Tengok kalau maybe it's a concern. Some women might be concerned, dia ni lebih melarang pada aku, kan? Fashion dia lagi mahal pada aku. So, maybe sama nak melarang. Mana nak tahu. Nothing wrong if you can afford it, kan? So, awak dia jenis kaki melayan fashion barang-barang branded ke? Okay. So, yeah, fair question. But I know most guys are not. Most guys that I know, they are not. Macam most guys that I know, they have a few good suits, and the rest pakai whatever baju roti jala, kan? Tu kat rumah lah, kat pandemic ni nak pakai suit susah sikit. Panas. Dan siapa nak tengok, kan? Duduk depan kamera je pakai macam ni. Otherwise, I'll just be wearing my sleeveless shirt yang beli kat Shopee RM10. I have 10 of those. Alright, so that's me. Itu saja je, nak gurau tak boleh. Alright, so soalan seterusnya adalah, dalam tempoh setahun, ada ke pergi cuti atau melancong? Dalam tempoh setahun, ada ke pergi cuti atau melancong? Also a multifaceted question, where I think it's a question where some women love to go traveling, and nak tanya, does he like to go traveling? Kan? Secondly, traveling does cost a lot of money. Most depending, kalau backpacker kurang sikit kot, kan? And so it's a question whether you like to go travel or not in a year, kan? So I think this is more relevant to pre and insyaAllah post pandemic soon, insyaAllah, kan? Alright, so traveling. Soalan seterusnya adalah, awak kerja apa? Ada pencen atau KWSP? Kan? So kerja apa tu, yeah, you do need to ask, but try to put it a bit more delicately, kan? Oh, you kerja kat mana, kan? Bahagian mana? Slowly go into it. Bagi dia sendiri, kau boleh bagi dia sendiri cakap, oh, dia kerja kat bahagian middle management, contoh, middle management of a multinational corporation, kan? Office dia dekat KLCC area, contoh, okay? So try to ask in a more delicate way, because ni adalah would be considered soalan sensitif. Awak kerja apa? So I mean, what do you do? What is your job role like? Does it take up a lot of your time? Try to put it, I know sometimes you want a straight question, you want a straight answer by asking a straight question, but a bit of adab and, finesse could be useful. Ask slowly, macam, oh, what do you do? Where do you work? And middle management, or where's your office? These kind of things. Can, I know you want to gauge their financial standing, betul. You should. But approach it with a bit more tactfulness. Okay, all right. So ada pension atau KWSP? It would help. I think you would basically guess. Ke you dah tahu dia swasta, insyaAllah KWSP, kan? All right. So yes, good being specific. All right. So soalan seterusnya, awak ada langgan mana-mana life insurance dengan takaful atau agent seperti bank? Very important question. Because I think as a woman, this is not about money so much. I understand you want to know these things, not because you are, it's not really so much about money, but it's mainly about safety and security, to know that you akan terjaga kalau apa-apa terjadi. Kalau anything happen to him, you boleh jaga dia with some support from insurance and so forth, kan? Because penyakit macam-macam, malang tak berbau. This is a very important question. All right. So yes, you should ask this question. I believe you should ask, but probably not the first meeting, kan? First meeting, kalau semua tanya semua soalan ni in the first meeting, berasap otak mamat tu. Alright, so soalan seterusnya adalah, ekonomi sekarang memang menakutkan, terutama orang swasta. Awak ada tak buat kerja ekstra, side income, side hustle, start another business on the side? Dan dia sambung soalan tu, seperti macam mana if potong gaji atau hilang kerja, apa awak nak buat? Yep, sensible question these days. And when this thing is also a concern, not just men but also women juga, because I received a few messages, a few sisters cakap dia pun tak sure whether she would have a job by coming next year, because the contract dah habis, tak tahu dia boleh sambung ke tidak, kan? So yeah, I think everyone is having these concerns. Okay, yep, you need to know this. Stability, you need that stability. So questions about financial, I know it's not about so much about money, it's about security, stability, and safety, okay? Sustainability, all the stability. And soalan seterusnya adalah, the sister tanya, bila dah kahwin, apa planning awak untuk isteri dan anak-anak? awak nak jaga mereka kan, mesti awak nak jaga mereka kan. So planning macam insurance, family, running business bersama ke, pelaburan ke, savings. Okay. Let me try to rephrase. Bila dah kahwin, apa planning awak untuk isteri dan anak-anak? Mesti awak nak jaga mereka kan. Planning macam insurance family, running business bersama ke, atau pelaburan atau savings. Those are important questions. Sebab bila dah kahwin, he might have a change of direction in his career, which is very important kan. Katakan dia tak lose job tapi dia nak resign. He wants to start a business. And I know a lot of very successful people that took the leap and are doing quite well. Alhamdulillah. They even make even more than they used to, like 15 times more than their gaji. So insyaAllah. Tapi semua tu but from gathering their experience in kalau dia orang start business, their first time usually gagal, and second time dia buat okay, kena cari ilmu macam mana nak berniaga dengan berkat. Keyword berniaga dengan berkat, then the money will come in kan. That is the lesson that I gather from a lot of people who have failed and keep trying. And what worked for them is dia belajar ilmu berniaga dengan berkat. Then the money starts to roll in, like big time, like 7 and 8 figures. Yeah, I know these people. It's like, oh, teach me, man. Okay, right. So soalan seterusnya adalah apa spend budget untuk mak ayah dan derma? Okay, how do you ada tak bagi duit kat mak ayah dan untuk derma? Very important question. I mean, the more you give to your parents, membahagiakan mak bapak dan derma, memurahkan lagi rezeki. So, in fact, one of yang when I mentioned tadi when yang berniaga dengan berkat, one of their success factor is when they give more to their family and sedekah lagi banyak, and their rezeki makin bertriple triple and trickle, not trickle but triple kan. So because the money is allocated properly to membahagiakan mak bapak dan derma, sedekah. Okay, so those are her questions. I think those are valid questions. And kalau ada apa-apa soalan lagi, you can please WhatsApp me or jawab dalam Telegram kan. And because your questions when you ask me and I share balik dengan everyone, orang lain pun boleh dapat iktibar insyaAllah. Dan you pun dapat pahala, ada dapat pahala, semua orang dapat pahala. Okay, right. So have we covered on career can? Maybe I just quickly cover it, or I just skip to. If I have not covered that, remind me to cover it on another day. But I'll start with children. Jeng. This is very important. I remember I dated a girl for a long time dulu, zaman jahiliah dulu. Sebelum kenal ilmu ta'aruf, been dating her for a while, and then I later learned that she does not like kids and she does not want to have children. That's a deal breaker. I wish I knew before. If I asked earlier, I probably would not have continued the relationship. Kan? So if I asked earlier ada ilmu ta'aruf, I would not waste my time with with that relationship. But because for me, my direction is I want to get married because I want to have children. As I love children, and masa Singapore, I spend a lot of time at orphanages because I love children and giving benefit and value to children. So, and because I am also a child, mostly, I am also a child. Yeah, cool. So let's talk about children. Ini kategori children, okay? Tolong tulis. Ini kategori children, soalan-soalan mengenai anak-anak. Bismillah. Alright, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining on Instagram, Telegram, social media, Facebook, and YouTube, and Twitter. Yeah, thank you for joining everyone. All right, so okay, so pasal children, okay, children. Soalan pertama adalah, do you want children? If so, how many? And if you want children and he doesn't want children, then that's a big problem there. Like how I mentioned, that's a big problem there. Um, so maybe this is probably the end of the conversation because it's a deal breaker for you. It's probably a deal breaker for you because you nak anak, dia tak nak anak, kan? So question ni sangat penting. I should have asked this question when I was dating, kan, at the initial stage. So, do you want children? If so, how many? You nak anak? Excuse me. So you nak anak tak? If so, how many? Yeah, you nak anak? Kalau nak, berapa ramai? Kan? Dua, tiga, empat, football team, berapa ramai? So, you nak handle football team ke tak? Dan dia mampu handle football team ke tak? Kan? Yeah, this is a very important question. And somehow, when kita at zaman moden ni, kita ukur badan dulu, baru kita tengok apa anak kita mampu nak, kan. Tapi kita tengok balik our grandfather punya zaman dulu, well, they were not wealthy per se, but they still have 12, 15 children, kan. My father's siblings ada berapa? 9 or 12. I lost count. So, rezeki setiap anak-anak ada rezeki dia. Alhamdulillah, kan. Alright, so I guess rezeki is another conversation. Alright, so soalan seterusnya adalah, do you believe in family planning? Ini banyak maksud ni. Do you believe in family planning? Well, are we going to discuss, things like contraception or things that involve just timing? How do I put this delicately? Okay, so do you believe family planning? So tengoklah dia jawab apa, kan? So see how he answers and what he answers and how he answers this. You percaya tak dalam family planning? Dah ada financial planning, ada juga family planning. If you don't plan, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay, so soalan seterusnya penting, because I know a lot of viewers here and listeners, single mothers and single fathers. And as I usually share, and one of our earliest success story was we matched a single father with 3 kids, a single mother with 4 kids, and they got married in 7 weeks. So, laju. Kan? So, so do you have children now? It's very important to us, kan? And this is something that you should not hide. You can't hide your children forever. Ni kena jawab. And because the other day, there was a sister, she was telling me, dia nak kahwin tapi dia takut. She's met a nice guy tapi dia takut, dia takut nak kahwin. That guy ready nak kahwin, kan? Tapi dia takut nak kahwin tu sebab dia ada anak tapi belum pernah kahwin. So you fill in the blanks. You fill in the blanks. So this is something that I asked her. So bila you nak bagi tahu dia, are you ready to tell your pasangan tu, kan, calon tu, like are you going to hide this for a long time? How do you think what will happen kalau they find out later, kan? You rasa they find out now better or later would be worse? So I can't tell her what to do, but ask her questions to make her think now or later what would be better. And are you going to hide this? And how long are you going to hide this? Penting tu. Okay. If you are in that kind of situation, please WhatsApp me. I would like to just hear you out. and try to guide you out of this situation, insyaAllah. Okay. Alright. So soalan seterusnya adalah, what is your relationship with your children now? Very important. Very important. Um, sama ada the children are living with him or him or her, yeah, with him or living with the ex spouse, yeah. It's very important. Or do they have macam weekend custody or weekend visits, or 1 week sini 1 week sana, contoh kan. And this is next question is related to the earlier question. What is your relationship with the other parent? Are you still friends or masih lagi in communication with your ex-wife or ex-husband? Yeah, very important. I mean, you because the dynamic of your relationship with the children will be impacted by that. Will be affected. Right? It's how you manage it, because the ex-wife or ex-husband is still in sort of in the picture or to the side of the picture, but still somewhere in the picture. Can and if they're you know civil about this, okay lah. If they're civil about it, because they're still in each other's lives about because of the children. Yeah, I have a cousin where she married a man. He has 3 kids, tak silap. But anak tiri dia very close to her. Anak tiri dia very close to her. So sometimes they go together to send the kids to the ex-wife punya house, and they're just mutual respect punya relationship. So the understanding has to be discussed sebelum kahwin. Sebelum kang dah kahwin, jangan tukar your macam, oh, I thought I was going to be okay with it. So you have to be really okay with it. Okay, istikharah, istisyarah, istikharah, dan tawakal. Right, very important. And yeah, it's up to you whether you want to handle such situation or relationship. The dynamic is can be complicated. Maybe it's not complicated, but what complicates it is sometimes people punya drama, but insyaAllah tak ada drama, kan. And it's just that it's not normal, kan. It's just not the norm. It's just not the norm. But it can be done. It has been done. It's still being done. My cousin does it. All right. So, okay. So soalan seterusnya adalah, what relationship do you expect your spouse to have with your children and your parent? Okay. So this is the exact question yang you boleh tanya. Apakah hubungan yang you harapkan daripada pasangan you untuk ada dengan anak-anak you dan ex-wife or ex-husband? Yeah. Mainly the relationship is the key is the children. Children punya happiness, children punya growth and sanity. They have their parents. It's very important. They have both their biological parents support, and you come in to support sekali. Can. Alright. So if you can handle that, alhamdulillah, good for you. More power to you. It takes a lot of. I think it takes a lot of wisdom and wisdom and courage also at the same time. Yeah, macam my cousin, how she did. It's like, wow, interesting. More power to her, insyaAllah. Okay, so soalan seterusnya. So what is soalan seterusnya adalah, what is the best method or methods of raising children? Honestly, as a parent, I don't know, man. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Gelak sorang-sorang. Seriously, me and my wife, because they grow so fast and they dynamically change so drastically and differently. Macam week to week they're different, and they figure something out. Something macam, how kita macam, macam okay, For example, I put my marker, and I put my marker gantung tinggi kat atas ni supaya dia orang tak main-main. Because I needed to use my work on my whiteboard. So that worked for a week. What happened? They tolak my daughter, tolak all the furniture because she knows the marker is up there. Tolak all the furniture, panjat, we're on this very steep table. Ambil marker semua. Yay, colorful. You see this? You see all that marking? Yeah, that's her figuring out how to do what she wants without consequences. And if you, honestly, I myself, as a parent, I have a 7-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl. I still don't know how to answer this question. Aku duk baca buku-buku. We try our best as a parent. And so we try our best as a parent to read books like this, prophetic parenting, and so forth. It helps, but practically, because the dynamic, the intelligence shifts, evolve. Budak-budak banyak akal. Kids generally banyak akal, kan? So, honestly, I wouldn't know how to answer this question honestly as a father. And as my wife, I asked my wife, so how do we, handle this, kan? PDPR, belajar kat rumah with so much distraction, apa semua. And seorang nak tengok TV, seorang nak belajar kat laptop. Uh, Honestly, I don't know. I mean, if you're single, tak pernah kahwin, and never raise kids or babysit children 24 hours a day, if you can BS and answer, congratulations. Kan? If you're a school teacher or kindergarten teacher, I think you would have better knowledge on how to handle this. But 24 hours a day, pandemic, dia orang kat rumah, asyik gaduh. Honestly, I don't know how to answer this question. What is the best method of raising children? I don't know. Aku dah sorry seorang bapa pun aku tak tahu nak jawab ni. Because you just, roll, every day is a different challenge and growth. They keep growing, they keep getting smarter, they keep outwitting you, they keep, I don't know how to answer this question. What is the best method of answering, raising children? Well, the jawapan skemanya adalah kita ikut cara sunnah, kan? Yes. Good, safe answer. Kita ikut cara sunnah and the prophetic way of parenting. Read books like this. There are other books. Where are my other books? How to talk so kids will listen. These books are always by my side because I'm always trying to figure them out. You think your computer is hard to manage? Try kids. All right, so I'm not trying to discourage you from having children. No, I'm saying they're just so dynamic. Every day is an adventure. That's what I'm saying. Every day is an adventure. Okay? Alhamdulillah, they're like that. And I bought this tablet for my kid belajar kat sekolah. Long distance, remote learning, PDPR. And what he did, he figured out how to download games. Who taught you that? I didn't teach him that. So, every day is an adventure. And he's pretty good at, Minecraft and all that. It helps with his creativity. Okay, fine. But some games are dodgy. So, kena tengok-tengok juga. So, I'm not discouraging you from having children. I'm just saying every day is an adventure. Every day is more meaningful than the last. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so have children, inshallah, have as many as you want. Okay, all right. So soalan yang ketujuh tadi, what is the best method of this? Soalan ketujuh, what is the best method of raising children? The safe answer is the sunnah way, the prophetic parenting. Okay, so try to keep a straight face answering that. I don't know how. So we're moving on to the next question. Adalah, what is the best method of disciplining children? Still, I still don't know. If you can figure something out, you tell me. I read books like this, and like this, and where are my other books? About parenting, and my wife and I, we just downloaded and paid and downloaded an app, so to be able to better manage our kids. We're still trying to figure out. Every day you have to figure something out. Every day you have to think like MacGyver, and MacGyver your way through parenting. Uh, you know what? Maybe I should ask a few parenting experts to give a talk. That'll be interesting. And let me note that down. Call Uncle Fakri. All right. So, okay, call Uncle Fakri. Uncle, I need your help. I can't figure this out. Let's do this video so the ladies and the guys listening dapat manfaat, insyaAllah. Okay. So they came out with a few books. I should read them again. I read them when I was single. Masa tu tak boleh nak implement. Ilmu ada tapi tak implement, tak 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 boleh tak boleh go. So ilmu and implementation at the same time. That's parenting. Oh, you just roll with it. All right. So, all right. So two questions. I honestly, wallahi, I still don't know how to answer. You want to ask that question? You nak buat condition? You tanya. What is the best method of raising children? What is the best method of disciplining children? I don't know. Both questions. My answer is I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. So soalan seterusnya. Okay. Do you support the idea of utilizing babysitters or maids? And do you support the idea of utilizing babysitters or maids? Yeah. That is a good question. If you can afford it, I say you do it. Do it. Seriously, do it. You need your sanity. You need your time to work. I know you are career women and career men. Can you need them to be babysat? You need a nanny. A nanny. Uh, yeah. I had a nanny. My brother had a nanny. Each of us had a nanny. Master Zaman. That was the 80s. It was affordable, and my nanny was my cousin. So we grew up among cousins, and so yeah, I had nanny. My brother had a nanny, so I think we turned out all right. Alhamdulillah. Even though my mom is a housewife, but it helps, move around the house, and yeah, because my father is always traveling. He travels a lot for his work, so it really helped her. If you can afford it, do it. Okay, I suggest you do, especially PTPR ni. Make sure they're vaccinated. Okay, your nannies and your mates. All right. So soalan tadi adalah, do you support the idea of utilizing babysitters or mates? Right. Okay. And yeah, one of the advantage of having babysitters or a nanny is they can plan and implement, playtime and learning time. So they can focus on that. Kalau realistically, it is not realistic for us as parents. I'm working at home. My wife is working at home, and then making sure the kids are doing their homework, makan nak kena paksa, nak kena, this kind of things. It's very distracting from work. It's either one, work or kids punya upbringing. You cannot split your brain. All right. So yes, that is my honest feedback, my suggestion to you. All right. So soalan seterusnya adalah, do you believe in spanking children? Under what circumstances? All right. Do you believe in spanking children? Under what circumstances? That what sort of spanking? To what extent or what circumstances? I mean, in some countries it's completely illegal. You can even jentik pun tak boleh kot. So you know I'm not going to expand on that. So the question is, do you believe in spanking children? Under what circumstances? Okay, but make sure whatever you do with your children, you do it out of love. I'm not saying you should spank. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that whatever you do, you nak discipline dia orang, nak tegur dia orang, you sure it's out of love. It's macam sebab sayang dan bukan sebab marah. Boleh. I mean, kadang, I know when I scold my kids, it's, I can control it. I know I can tell whether, okay, am I angry or am I disciplining? Okay, I'm disciplining. Then, "Oi, no, 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 no." All right. So it's, he knows that it's from out of love, but it's not out of anger. Anger, if out of anger he can tell that he will look at me like a monster, but out of love, then he can tell, then dia ikut. So out of love is usually more effective, walaupun dengan suara nada yang tinggi dan serius. Okay, right. Soalan seterusnya, adalah, would you prefer your child to go public, private, home, or Islamic school? Sure. Who? Would you prefer your child to go to public, private, home, or Islamic school? I mean, it's up to you. You know, I went to public school. We turned out all right. I think if you went to public school, I think we turned out all right. Okay. Well, those were the 80s and 90s. But it's up to you. This is a good question to ask. If you can afford it, then why not? Again, it's up to you. It's up to you. So I think it's a good question to ask, to know dia punya how mindset, how he want his children to be raised, in what way, what sort of exposure does he want for his children. Again, okay. So yeah. So would you prefer your child to go to public, private, home, or Islamic school? Right. And I know a few guys who are homeschooled daripada kecil sampai besar, and they turned out alright. Homeschooled kids, and very confident, and very a good orator, very good at public speaking, because of the, I think it was very good homeschooling. Okay, so just nothing wrong with any of it, I guess. It's up to you, your preference. All right. So soalan seterusnya adalah, do you believe in Islamic schooling for your children? More or less of the previous question. Do you believe in Islamic schooling for your children? It's up to you, preference kan. And I know an ustaz sekolah pondok je, tapi man, genius. Walaupun dia sekolah pondok kan, jangan pandang rendah lah sekolah pondok ni. Cara fikir, critical thinking dia, hafazan dia, okay. So alright. So that question was, do you believe in Islamic schooling for your children? Soalan seterusnya adalah, what type of relationship should your children have with non-Muslim classmates and friends? Yeah, I personally would encourage it with non-Muslim classmates and friends. I mean, it's good dawah, or to show the beauty of, Islam is through kindness, and having sahabat yang of different race and religion. And it opens your mind when you have when children will have friends who are of different faith and different religion and race, to understand and appreciate different culture, and to be able to work together as one nation. I mean, I would encourage it to have friends among different faith and races. It's up to you how you want to raise your kids, but to me, I would say, please. I think it's important. I mean, how else would you do dawah? You want to preach to the choir, or you want to, bring more people to Islam, to show them the beauty of Islam and the adab of Islam. So that works by having people and friends of different race and religion. Kan? So sometimes when they ask even basic questions pun, kadang kita tak boleh jawab. Macam, kenapa kena pakai tudung? Why? Two most basic question in my interfaith work. usually um, three main questions yang biasa ditanya adalah circumcision, hijab, and money. So usually they think that kalau uh, uh, perempuan masuk Islam, kahwin dengan lelaki Melayu, semua duit tu kena pergi kat lelaki tu. No, I think it's actually the opposite. So this was what they think. So a friend of mine kahwin seorang mu'alaf, and what they did sebelum kahwin, all of her properties yang patut pergi kat dia, they put it in a different trust fund sebab takut the husband ambil, because of the misunderstanding of financial management in Islam. Right? So among non-Muslim, kadang among Muslim pun tak tahu. Right? So hijab, kenapa kena pakai hijab kan? Why is it important pakai hijab dan sebagainya? Tak lemas ke? I mean, kat rumah pakai ke? Do you shower with it? You know, things that are basic questions. To us it's basic, tapi ramai lagi non-Muslim tak tahu. Ramai lagi non-Muslim tak tahu why it's for, apakah what is humility, what is haya, what is aib kan. And we wear because it's our identity kan, bukan sebab because fashion so much kan. So circumcision circumcision is a very big contention. Salah Melayu juga. I'm saying this bluntly kan. Orang takut nak masuk, men takut nak masuk Islam sebab fikir circumcision tu wajib dan potong banyak. Dan salah Melayu adalah, oh nak masuk Islam dah potong belum? Dah potong belum? Salah siapa yang menakutkan orang dari masuk Islam kan. So there is some of my experience from my interfaith work, you know, in my NGO work, in dakwah in NGO work. So itulah luahan saya. Luahan soalan. This is why it's important to equip our children with the right knowledge to give understanding about the beauty of Islam, so they can carry it for themselves, empower themselves and their non-Muslim friends. Okay, this is my opinion. You tak setuju tak apa kan? You want to, up to you. Yeah, this is just my opinion. All right. So, okay. So, oh, next category agak berat sikit. Cheng. All right, next category adalah in-laws. So many movies about monster in-law. Then what are the movies that, you know, that I don't know what's the word, vilifies in-laws. Again, what are the movies that vilifies in-laws? I mean, those are Western movies, right? Okay, so in-laws, very important, kan? Very important because they are your parents too. You kahwin, those are your parents. And kena jaga because those are your parents. So, yeah, bismillah. This is a big topic, in-laws. Or should we continue it tomorrow night? Tomorrow night dengan Dr. Syed Adam. Yep. Kita cover sikit Okay, in-laws. Alright, so one of the questions that usually saya kemukakan adalah, how do you expect you to treat my mother? I mean, setiap malam kan kita doa kan, ya Allah, aku minta pasangan yang menjadi menantu yang baik kepada ibu bapaku. That is very important. Why setiap malam kita doa? Yeah, this is why. Because in-laws are important. Because those are our parents. They are our parents, kan? Not by blood, but in-law wise, kan? But in spiritual wise. So, soalan pertama on in-law punya kategori. Soalan pertama adalah, how do you expect your relationship with your in-laws to be? Kan? How do you expect your relationship with your in-laws to be? And then it's important for you to be able to ask yourself this question: how will you be able to uh, your relationship with your in-laws. You as a woman, with your in-laws, with your father-in-law, mother-in-law. Can you think you can live in the same house and share the kitchen? Uh, Usually that doesn't work out from what I hear, but from what I've seen, okay je. But um, ideally a woman, there's only one queen in the kitchen. All right, and in my house, there's only one king in the kitchen. Me, my kitchen. Right. Nanti nak pindah nanti, I'll have my own kitchen. A new house with my own separate kitchen. This is my kitchen. Don't touch. Right, because you know it's different. It's like, anywho, that's just me. Alright, so soalan tadi adalah, how do you expect your relationship with your in-laws to be? How do you expect your relationship with your in-laws to be? Kan, I was reading my friend punya Instagram. She was, gardening, moving pots around the house. And she and her husband has been staying at her husband's family's house. But she's been, doing move the furniture around, and she's moved plants and tanam and bela ayam dan sebagainya kat rumah parent in-laws dia. And she just said something about her mother-in-law, like, my mother-in-law has never commented or even uh, bat an eyelash when I do all these things to her house. Bless my mother-in-law. Like, sangat-sangat, kadang lebih pada anak sendiri, kan? Yeah. So, she was complimenting and appreciating her mother-in-law. Cakap, dia duk buat semak, buat planting, bela ayam semua kat rumah parent-in-law dia. Cakap, parent-in-law tak pernah bat and eyelash, tak kisah buat lah, macam anak sendiri lah, kan. So tak cerewet, tak ada langsung, easy. Alright, so next question is adalah in the in-laws category. Would you be able to call your mother-in-law mother? Shouldn't be that hard. Okay je, mak, kan? Will you be able to call your mother-in-law mother? Yeah. It's a good question to ask, just to test him if he's able to. Can he? Yeah. No, shouldn't be a problem, I think. All right. So soalan seterusnya, what do you expect your spouse relationship to be with your family? Okay, what do you expect with your spouse relationship to be with your family? And of course, you marry each other's. You marry bukan the person je, you marry into the family and vice versa. So the dynamic has to be a reasonable fit lah, kan? And just to share, when I got married, uh, me and my wife, we went to her grandmother's house, and then what happened was, her grandmother, arwah grandmother, told me, and grandmother's like, Zuri, come, I made this sambal goreng just for you. So then everyone looked at me. Hey, how come Zuri is a favorite? It's like, come Zuri, come. This is just for you. She kept it just for me, and I was so touched. And my father-in-law pun tengok, look at me. What? Never did for me also. So I was like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, awkward, but I'm gonna finish it. Yes, sambal goreng is special. Miss Arwah told me. All right, so um, okay. Next question adalah, would you live with your mother-in-law? Would you live with your mother-in-law? Can yeah, some women are okay, some women are not. I mean, if it's a matter of affordability, kan, katakan dia tak mampu lagi nak get a own, you and him to get your own house. But you are okay duduk dengan your mother-in-law's house. Be clear on, okay, maybe for the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, up to you, can. Okay, for the next 5 years lah, okay. This arrangement is fine for the next 5 years, until you can get on your feet and start to be, boleh kita boleh pindah, have our own place. And so discuss this sebelum kahwin, kan? Nanti kang dah kahwin, you cakap, oh, what we doing here? Okay, all right. So would you be able to live with your mother-in-law, or vice versa? The situation could be vice versa. Okay, all right. So soalan seterusnya adalah, if your in-laws speak a different language, are you willing to learn it? If your in-laws speak a different language, are you willing to learn it? Uh, Kalau perlu, kan? I know of international marriages, Arab Melayu, Pakistan Melayu, German Melayu, uh, Chinese Melayu, but generally, on the whole, they speak English. Everyone just speak English. Uh, there has no need to learn a new language. If you need to learn a new language, maybe you could learn. Yeah. Kalau kau nak kahwin opa, you have to learn Korean. Have you seen this TV show about YouTube show? Three Korean guys complimenting macam, oh, Malay girls are so beautiful, and they were looking at Malay celebrities and so forth. My wife showed it to me. She just caught the K-pop bug. All right, so I mean, that's a fair question. If it's an intercultural and multilingual marriage, can I know a lot of kids that speak Dutch, German, English, Melayu, Cantonese. A few of those kids, because it's their upbringing. They're raised in that by such parents. So it's good to have several languages. Hi, 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 hi. All right. So, okay. So soalan seterusnya adalah, would you share your space with your brothers-in-law? Would you share your space with your brothers-in-law? Ni contoh soalan, katakan you are living with your mother-in-law, but you have a brother-in-law in the house. You may have to share the kitchen once in a while again. So you kena pakai tudung. So that could be an issue for you. Or it's not an issue for you. It's up to you. Okay. So would you share your space with your brothers-in-law? So, some women are not okay with pakai tudung dalam rumah. So kalau ada brother-in-law, dia kena pakai tudung, kan? So, something for you to consider. Alright, Bismillah. Soalan seterusnya, how would you manage your mother-in-law? Kan? I mean, this is a very broad question. It's meant to be tactful and to see how he responds. How would you manage your mother-in-law? I mean, why do you need to manage your mother-in-law? Is she ill? If she is, then you have to do your part lah. But it's your mother-in-law is your mother, and vice versa. So yeah, your mother-in-law is your mother. So why do you need to manage? Depends. See how he reacts and how he responds to this question, right? So if he understands, oh, your mother is my mother, yeah, my mother is your mother. Simple as that. Soalan seterusnya, would you accept marrying the family? Would you accept marrying the family? It's like, well, usually you do marry the family. It's a package. It's a package. And alhamdulillah, inshallah you get a good package, inshallah. Because there are banyak consideration nak kahwin ni kan. Nak tengok akhlak, agama, iman pasangan you. Lepas tu tengok family dia pula. Semoga Allah permudahkan. Rezeki adalah, I have to say that one of my biggest rezeki is good in-laws. Yes, alhamdulillah. And not just alhamdulillah having good wife, but alhamdulillah having good in-laws. That is my rezeki, alhamdulillah again. I'm not sure what I did to deserve all this rezeki, alhamdulillah, but this is what Allah has bestowed on me. I'm so grateful. And yeah, pray for that. Okay, so all right, so just another reminder, advertisement untuk malam esok. Itu adalah soalan in-laws. Like, if you have more questions about in-laws, please share. If more question about children, please share. And I can hear my kids screaming. Okay. So, alright. So malam esok advertisement adalah join Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habsyi untuk dengan kita malam esok. Topik adalah 3 tip atasi jodoh lambat kerana duit. 3 tip atasi jodoh lambat kerana duit. Okay. Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habsyi, PhD in Islamic Finance from INSIF, dan he read law. He learned to be a lawyer at UIA. So malam esok, same time, same place, dengan saya Nak Jodoh Coach Zuhri, dan speaker tetamu khas kita adalah Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habsyi, and cool, awesome, funny guy. We will try to keep our jokes to a minimum. He and I, we go way back, and I tak kering gusi kalau borak dengan dia. So so forgive us if we crack really lame jokes. Okay, so we will try to stay on point. 3 tip atasi jodoh lambat, insyaAllah. It's going to be fun. I assure you, fun and on point, insyaAllah. Okay, fun is guaranteed. On point, well, we'll try. All right, so thank you very much for joining us tonight. Okay, so jumpa lagi malam esok. Sebelum saya undur diri, homework adalah sila send lagi soalan-soalan financial questions yang membuatkan you rasa, yang membuatkan jodoh lambat. Financial questions yang membuat jodoh lambat. Okay, maybe then something that Dr. Syed Adam will be able to answer, insyaAllah. Okay, so homework adalah financial questions, financial work questions, or financial worries yang membuatkan jodoh lambat. So please ask that question in the comments, atau if you're shy, WhatsApp to me, or in the Telegram username ada kat sini. Okay, and that's my phone number. So ni mana? Ni is my phone number. Sini, tak nampak. Okay. 601-123-899-897. That's my number. WhatsApp, Telegram. WhatsApp, Telegram. I look forward to questions. I appreciate your questions. When you ask, I am able to serve you better, insyaAllah. Alright. So, sebelum saya undur diri, mari kita doa sama-sama dan aminkan sama-sama untuk mendapat in-laws yang baik. Kan? In-laws yang baik. Dan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kita doa, Ya Allah, aku minta pasangan yang menjadi menantu yang baik pada ibu bapaku, yang disayangimu untuk mendapat keredaanmu, berganding bahu bersama ke jannahmu, Ya Allah. Amin. Tak amin? Tak amin, tak amin. Alright, so, okay, this lady is asking me, your friend tengah cari jodoh. Alright, so my number, WhatsApp me. My number is 601-123-899-897. WhatsApp to me, okay? Alright, WhatsApp to me. 601-123-899-897. Please WhatsApp me. I'd like to assist you, insyaAllah. Okay? So, see you tomorrow night dengan Dr. Syed Adam Al-Habsyi untuk 3 tip atasi jodoh lambat kerana duit. Okay, so thank you. Terima kasih dan thank you for joining me. See you tomorrow night, insyaAllah. Bless you, and insyaAllah jumpa malam esok. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum. Bye, Assalamualaikum.